Audacity, the unseen force of transformation. This is about holding the vibration of I am. Even when your reality hasn't caught up yet, transformation is not loud. It doesn't always arrive as thunder or applause. Sometimes it comes as stillness, the kind that feels like nothing is happening, when in truth, everything is rearranging itself beneath the surface. Audacity is the bridge that keeps you standing there. It's the quiet decision to believe in what you cannot yet see. It's the art of alignment before evidence. Ever wondered what it would be like to trust a vision so deeply that you no longer need proof of its arrival, to stop demanding confirmation and start embodying conviction? This is the unseen force of transformation, where frequency leads form. Reality is not ignoring you. It's recalibrating to your new declaration. Every intention sends instructions to the field, and the field obeys vibration, not fear. When you say, I am, the universe hears it as architecture. You are speaking blueprints into being. You are designing timelines with your belief. But between declaration and manifestation lies a sacred silence, the waiting room of becoming. And that's where most people give up. Ever wondered why? Because silence threatens the ego's need for control. It asks for faith without visibility. It demands surrender without timeline. But surrender is not weakness. It's a recognition of divine sequencing. You can't rush alignment, you can only rest into it. And rest is an audacious act in a world addicted to proving. Ever wondered what it would feel like to rest without guilt, to pause and still feel worthy of progress? That's transformation in its purest form. No longer hustling for validation, but holding your power in stillness. Audacity isn't defiance, it's devotion. Devotion to truth when appearances lie. Devotion to energy when logic doubts. Devotion to your higher self's timing over your human impatience. There will be seasons where your external life feels paused, where nothing seems to move, no matter how aligned you think you are. But stagnation and incubation feel similar, and discernment is knowing the difference. Ever wondered what would happen if you stopped labeling the quiet as punishment and started honoring it as preparation? Everything gestates in darkness before it blooms in light. Seeds don't panic underground. They trust the soil's silence. You are that seed, and the soul is working in your favor. Every delay hides divine precision. Every detour conceals divine direction. Your only task is to stay congruent with your becoming. Ever wondered what it would be like to live as if your manifestation has already happened? To hold gratitude before arrival, peace before proof, and joy before outcome? That's what makes Audacity magnetic. It draws the unseen into visibility. Your I am is a gravitational field. Everything that matches its frequency must come closer. Everything that contradicts it must fall away. That's why sometimes transformation feels like loss. It's the shedding of what cannot sustain your next level. Ever wondered why some connections dissolve? When you start evolving, because resonance reorganizes reality. When your energy upgrades, you stop fitting into versions of life that were built for your former self. This is not abandonment, it's alignment. You're not losing anything essential. You're creating space for what matches truth. Holding the vibration of I am is not pretending everything's perfect. It's remembering that perfection was never the goal. Presence is, integrity is, peace is. Ever wondered what it would feel like to stop performing healing and start embodying wholeness? Healing says, One day I'll be free. Wholeness says, I already am. One is future tense, the other is frequency. Transformation happens the moment you stop seeking what you already are, because energy responds to identity, not intention alone. You can declare abundance all day, but if you still identify as lack, you'll keep recreating scarcity disguised as effort. You can affirm love endlessly, but if you still identify as unworthy, you'll keep attracting teachers, not partners. Ever wondered what would shift if you simply chose to believe yourself worthy right now before the evidence? That's the unseen force of transformation. It's not about forcing reality to change. It's about becoming so certain that reality has no choice but to follow. Every I am you speak is a frequency stamp on existence. So speak with reverence, move with awareness, rest with trust. You are not manifesting, you are remembering. The unseen is not far away. It's simply subtle. It moves through whispers, nudges, sensations, synchronicities, and it meets you at the level of your expectation. Ever wondered how often grace has shown up, but you dismissed it because it didn't look like your plan? Transformation requires surrender of image. It asks, can you love the process more than the projection? Because what you call delay, the universe calls alignment in progress. What you call failure, your soul calls refinement. What you call chaos, life calls clearing. Holding the vibration of I am is holding steady while the outer world unlearns you. And it will. Because your new frequency invalidates old stories. That's how power purifies itself. Ever wondered what it would be like to stop chasing meaning and start radiating it? When you hold I am as your anchor, you stop searching for signs and start realizing you are the sign. This is the unseen work, the kind no one applauds, but everyone eventually feels. You become the calm in the storm, the silence that changes rooms, the steady pulse that shifts timelines. Transformation was never about addition. It was always about remembrance. Stripping away until only truth remains. And truth is weightless. Truth doesn't rush. Truth just is. Ever wondered what it would feel like to be that still, that certain, that free? That's audacity in its highest form. Not the roar, but the resonance. Not the fire, but the light that remains after the flame. You've crossed the threshold, rewritten the blueprints, walked in sovereignty. Now you hold the frequency that sustains it all. This is the quiet revolution of energy. This is transformation without announcement. This is you. The unseen force reshaping reality simply by remembering who you are. And as you breathe, as you live, as you choose ... everything else begins to align with your vibration, because audacity was never a phase. It was the language of your becoming all along.